Hey guys, I just thought I'd give you a quick little update on what's been going on with me, Coach Rupert Wilson. So, been an incredibly busy year. There's a full year into fitness, completely working in the fitness industry again. And I must say, it's got its tribulations, trials, and it's got its busy days. But through it all, some of the most amazing parts of it is that the clients that I deal with, the journeys that we get together, the amazing revelations that people get when I'm patient with them and we stick to it together and we see what we achieve. Because you know what? Sometimes it's not quick fixes. As much as we all want that 1600 calorie diet to work and we all want an injection in our leg to suddenly make us lose some calories and, change our weight because we're not quite sure about our image. Maybe it's all just really too daunting. And what you need from a coach and what you need from somebody is a bit of patience. Now, I need to practice patience myself as well because I want everything now. I want to help more people now. I want to, be super busy all the time. And sometimes I forget to put myself first. It's really easy to just focus on the instant wins and the nows, the changes on the scales, the promotion you got. What am I going to do with that extra money? We're constantly always living in that moment of what will I do when I get there? Yeah. How will I be when I get there? What will I feel like when I get there? Now, don't get me wrong. It's good to have goals and it's good to have aspirations. But sometimes when you just dive 2 feet into something, you don't fully realize that just the small things you're doing day to day are still getting you where you want to go. You're so headstrong to drive forward to have your changes now that you forget that doing the small work makes the big things happen. Getting those steps in, finding a gym and a local community that you enjoy working with, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, going to that first class, digging yourself out to go to a class after a busy day when you're wet and cold. That's an amazing achievement. And don't worry, you don't need to do 110% when you're at that class, but just turning up is the gold star that you need that day. So how about we give ourselves a few more gold stars? How about we enjoy the process a bit more? Now, look, I know some of you are like, enjoy the process. I don't want to enjoy the process. I want to just be happy in the skin I'm in, but I'm not. I feel uncomfortable with the way I am. So try and practice some other things around the whole journey as well. Mindfulness. How can we do a bit of mindfulness? How can we write a gratitude list? I know it sounds ridiculous, but some days when I go a million miles an hour and I look at my to-do list and I think, shit, I haven't got any of these things done. But then I realize that if I got 3 of them done, that's still 3 more than none. Because there are those days where we all just want to curl up under the blanket, put on the Netflix, eat loads of sweets and bags of popcorn. And yeah, they are great days. But you know that those days are the things that got us into some of this mess to start with, the hiding away. So we find that balance between the two. Now, how do we find that balance? I don't have all the answers, but sometimes just thinking that we can enjoy the small processes, we can make those small changes, and then the balance starts to ease in. At first, when you look at it, you're like, I get a personal trainer. I need to get an online coach. I need to do 10,000 steps a day. I need to eat 120 grams of protein. I need to be in a calorie deficit. I need to still turn up for my boss. I still need to turn up for my partner. I need to turn up for my family. I've got bills to pay. Oh no, I got a parking ticket. Oh shit, I got a flat tire. Yeah, all of that is a lot. And when you stack it up in front of you like that, it feels like a mountain. And what we need to do is just try and level it out. So working with a coach can give you somebody just to sound off on, somebody just to talk to and feel comfortable with, somebody to help you stay accountable for those small tasks, not the big tasks. Now, often I have a coach too, and I've often lent away from my coach. I've lent away from the small steps and the process. I've felt resentment and negativity towards the fact that I'm not achieving what other people are achieving. Because you always are more negative on yourself than you are positive, right? Unless you're one of those super happy people all the time, yeah? But even they are hiding it slightly and we don't know about that. So when we just build that list too big and it's too many jobs to do and we are negative on ourselves. We are not being grateful and gratifying ourselves. We're not being gracious. When was the last time you were kind to yourself? And when was the last time you opened up to your coach and said, you know what, I've actually done a great job, but it just doesn't feel like enough. So when do we often say that? It's like, I've done a great job, it just doesn't feel like it's enough. But then what does that mean? It's because we're constantly built to think that we need to do more all the time. Big goals, big changes in weight, big changes in lifestyle take time. You know, I have a client now send me a photo of her down in Bournemouth on a work conference, and she went for a run next to the beach in pretty good weather for September, you know? But if I'd asked her if she would do that a year ago, I can tell you the answer. You know the answer. The things that are possible now on your list were not on your list a year ago. They would have been on that never, never list, right? But yet the small things, the big things you'd put on your list, like I want to lose 5 kilos, does that really matter? Or I want to be able to run on the beach at a work conference. I want to be able to take my gym clothes with me to a work conference and run and feel like I know what I'm doing. Now, how do you quantify that? How do you quantify the confidence it takes to go for a run, the knowledge it takes to believe in yourself and believe in your body, to believe that you have got the stamina and the fitness to go for that run? And then even more so, just the passion and the vigor and the jazz of it all to not care and share it with a group of like-minded people that are also on a fitness journey. Because again, if I'd quantified any of that into her game plan when we first started training together, she would have said, these aren't my goals. These aren't things I've got on my list right now. But actually, the wins from all of that gets you to where you want to go. So break down those changes that you want to make. If you're depressed, try slowly. Don't focus on, I'm depressed, I'm overweight. That's two separate things. And changing one won't necessarily change the other. So try and keep it very steady, keep it very simple. Write down your goals on a piece of paper, start ticking them off, but tick them off with small little changes. Don't go out and buy chia seeds and matcha tea and all of this stuff and cumin powder, and I'm going to do shots every morning of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to buy supplements that my coach has told me to buy that cost me £80 and they smell like absolute death. They smelt so bad I had to chuck them away because I don't know what was in them, but it was definitely something we didn't need. Yeah, for now anyway. Because I was focusing on the small things, not the bigger things, you know? Not the small things. I was focusing on the must-haves, the shiny objects, right? Instead of just the basics. Again, I've got a client right now. She's like, well, how do I do this? What food do I eat each day? What can I do here? How can I do this? How can I do that? What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? I need to buy a watch. What watch should I buy? What pedometer should I buy? Oh, my phone doesn't. Basics. All I gave her was one target. I want you to walk an extra 10 minutes to the park with your son and an extra 10 minutes back. If you start slow with something like that, then why doesn't that become a win? You know, you don't need a fancy watch to tell you that you're missing your steps. Yeah, you know you're missing your steps. You don't need a brand new iPhone to create content, but I still bought it and I still wanted it. And you know what happened? I got into a massive depression after that, not due to buying an iPhone, right? But due to I couldn't control my own mental health. I couldn't turn up for you guys because I got overwhelmed. I didn't allow small basic routines and times in my diary. I didn't listen to my coach, right, and make changes to what I needed to do. I didn't structure my day. I didn't follow the basics, right? And therefore I shut down, overloaded myself and disappeared. And if I disappear, that affects my business. That affects you guys. That affects what I'm trying to achieve. And therefore pushes that goal further down the road. So if I push that goal further down the road, how do I pull it back? Well, again, start slow. Start by just getting the phone out, get the light out, get the microphone, start planning, start thinking, and then slowly start building. Reconnect with the people that I work with, find people that I do things with. If I need to train, I got to reach out to my training buddy. If I need to be honest, I need to be honest with my counselor and then eventually honest with my coach. If I can't face into the humility that I've overloaded my plate with jobs and that I have let myself down, then how can I help anybody else? But equally, you're not letting yourself down if your list is too big. try and just remember that the small things we could do each day could be great. I'm not asking you to, okay, food. Let's not change 3 meals instantly in one day. Let's not quit all snacks forever, all week, right? Let's try changing 1 meal. Okay, let's focus on breakfast. Can we have the same breakfast every day for a week? Would that be a bit weird? Or would that be fine? You know, would it be fine to just buy some protein powder, take some Weetabix, take some oats, some frozen berries and mix that up, buy some Tupperware and make that your breakfast? Because you know what, every day you've started with the purpose that you've achieved one goal. And that goal may not be that I've lost 1 kilo today. The scales didn't change. I suddenly don't fit into my jeans. Yeah. But that one goal did happen, that you made a breakfast that you wouldn't have made last month. And then next month you go, okay, I'm going to try the 6 a.m. class. Okay, maybe that's a bit much. I'll try the 7 a.m. class. And then before you know it, you start training 3 times a week. But loads of people go to me, oh my gosh, how many times a week do I need to train? 4, 5 times a week. Well, hold on, how many times are you training right now? Are you training once or twice a week? How about we just maintain that? Or maybe last week you didn't train twice. You said you were, but you only trained once, right? How about you just pack your gym bag? Simple task, pack your gym bag. Another friend of mine goes to work. Oh, I'm not going to the gym today. I want to go to the gym today. Cool. Okay, where's work? Well, I'm an hour away. Fine. Have you got your gym bag? No, I need to go home to then come back out again. Why do that? Why do that? You weren't going to go to the gym when you left the house that morning. Stop making things difficult for yourself. You know, like if you can just rough and ready it, get to the gym with some sort of clothes. Then look at buying the Lululemon, the Nikes, the Metcons, the lifters, the knee sleeves, the wrist guards. You know, another client of mine, obsessed with buying the must-haves now. And I love him and he knows who he is, right? And he buys the best stuff, which is great because it will last for the day that he needs it. But he doesn't need it now, right? And he, again, just doesn't focus on the basics. You've got to build up slowly, do those quick, simple exercises, regain shoulder mobility and shoulder strength before you start trying to bash out sets of 5 butterfly pull-ups, you know? Don't jump in a CrossFit class. Like imagine if I went to a Zumba class right now. I don't know how to dance. Maybe that's not the class for me. But maybe starting slow with a 15-minute circuit class, trying a boot camp, that might be then that will work, you know? So what I'm saying is that too many times do we just pile the jobs on our list because it's how we're switched on. We're successful people at work. And by being successful at work, we think we're then successful at changing our fitness and I'm going to change my thing. I'm going to change my diet, you know? But could you just do one simple thing, which is maybe just realize that you're not able to do all of those things at once? If you're not able to do all those things at once, what quick wins could you do? So say you're successful, you're earning some income, you have a decent salary, you have some money, the kids are looked after. Could you get a cleaner once a week instead of you cleaning the house and then you go to the gym and only do that for 6 weeks? Because what's the point of paying for a gym membership or paying for a coach for £300 a month and then not going 3 times a week because one of those times a week you're cleaning the house? Or make that cleaning the house your big activity. Get involved, get sweaty, make it hard, be quick at it. What time is it? Oh, I've got to go and listen to a call that I nearly forgot, right? But what I'm trying to say, guys, is that with these small steps, me making a small video like this for you, me changing the way that you're going to try and think, helps me change the way I'm trying to think. So today, I could way overdo it with my list. I mean, I could just keep going with the to-do list. So I'm just going to try and get one thing done today. And that one thing was make that video for you guys and get outside in some sunshine before it disappears and just take some steps in, do some breath work. And then if I can build on that, I can add some protein, I can add the gym, I can add some meetings, I can add some sales, I can add some other things I have to do for other people. And then I'll teach an amazing class tonight and I'll go to bed knowing that, hey, maybe I didn't get that whole to-do list done, but I got some things done and I should be proud of that. So guys, if you like videos like this, drop me a comment below if you think it's going to change your day or if it's added a bit of thought to your conversation. Drop me a conversation below. If you want to find out more who I am, go over to my Instagram, Coach Rupert Wilson. Also, just like, follow and subscribe here on YouTube. I'm going to try and do more of these videos. I always say that. Who knows? But guys, do the small things and the big things will come. All right, see you later.